Quad, what do you know about this man after 1 year that makes you feel like you need to have a baby? What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bonnie Scotch. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I wanted to bring you a review for Married to Medicine. This is season 11, episode 3. Again, not a whole lot to this episode, but we're going to go through it. Before we get into this episode, go ahead and hit the like button for me. When you hit the like button, not only is it a free way to support my channel, but it is also a way of letting YouTube know that I'm here and that you all are rocking with my commentary. So YouTube starts to shoot my content out to other viewers just like you, an audience who ordinarily would not get an opportunity to connect with my channel. That being said, any church announcements? Yes, I'm very close to 4K. So if you're watching this video or if you've been watching my content, just go ahead and subscribe, okay? Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you and let you all know how deeply appreciative and grateful I am for your support over this last year. You know, I just hit 1K at the top of the year, so to be at close to 4K already is insane. But yeah, we here. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you, 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 thank you.
Let's go ahead and get into the review. So we start the episode with Quad and her man. He calls her and tells her to come outside. He pulls up in a white Rolls Royce with a red bow on top of it. We learn that he works at a luxury rental car dealership, I guess. So is this a rental? I don't really understand. He also bought her some Louis Vuitton luggage. It was sitting in the trunk, and when she brought it in the house, she asked him why it was so heavy, and he said because it had rocks in it. And she was like, oh, not the kind that I want. It was a really awkward scene, and I also think it would have been more beneficial for us to see them just simply interacting, just together, out and about somewhere. I don't know, but this was, I don't know, this setup was a little bit awkward for me. Also, they've been together for 1 year, and they're already discussing having a child. Is a year enough time for you to know that you want to bring a life into the world with somebody? Is a year enough time? Do we feel like we fully know a person after a year? I feel like after a year, a little bit of the mask is still up. Like, you still have some uncovering to do. Like, you have only just gone through 4 seasons with this person. I don't know, Quad. I feel like you need to slow down, my sister. Like, it's okay to just be happy in your new relationship and build and grow and learn each other. So in the next scene, we are at Dr. Eugene's office. Toya comes in with their eldest son, Avery. Avery is so tall. He's like just about Toya's height. And again, it's so crazy to see all of these kids on reality TV growing up in front of our eyes. Like, it will never cease to shock me. Eugene is saying that he likes this transition into this kind of, you know, holistic wellness and weight loss space. He's getting a chance to still use all of the skills that he's learned in the ER. Toya is trying to convince him to expand the practice, and he's saying that he doesn't want to bite off more than he can chew. She's saying, I want us to do things that can make us more money. Toya, if you all weren't moving every 2 years, you know how much money you could have saved? Didn't y'all build a house from the ground up and then move out of that one? Y'all, am I in the Twilight Zone? Did I just make that up? Is it a fever dream? Because according to my memory, Toya moved at least 4 times on this show. The man is tired. The man is tired, okay? Now, how long has Eugene been working in the ER? If you learn to live within your means, I think that y'all would really be okay. You have this show. You have your little wine business. Eugene is doing his thing. The kids will be off to high school in a couple of years. So what do you want? Toya, I just feel like it's a blessing when you can pull back and rest a little bit and still make your money. I think that is a blessing. You need to count your blessings. Not everybody is able. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is, This man is telling you he's tired. He's telling you he wants to pull back a little bit. He's telling you that he doesn't have the capacity. Capacity as an adult is so important. I've been talking to my best friend about this. We've been on this capacity shit for like a few weeks actually. But on top of all of my reviews, I had plans to do 25 days of Vlogmas. And then I had a conversation with her later on. And I was like, girl, why would I do that? I'm already tired now. I have a full-time job. I'm doing at least, sometimes 3-4 times, videos a week. That is like content creation on a part-time level at least. Some would consider it full-time. So it's just like you really have to assess what your capacity is. And I admire Eugene for recognizing where he is. Then the other thing to that is y'all want to wonder why niggas got high blood pressure. Y'all want to wonder why heart disease is the #1 killer of black people. Then y'all wonder why motherfuckers got all these chronic illnesses. Let people rest. Be smarter with your money and you will be okay, Toya. In this next scene, we have Cecil and Simone cleaning up the apartment of their 2 bum children that they raised together. Just a really gross and filthy scene. And then in the scene after, we have Contessa, Phaedra, and Letitia meeting up at Contessa's house. They're basically setting up this girl's trip, this glamping trip. Contessa's kind of going over her beef with Heavenly. She's saying she talked about my husband. She called us both names. What names did Heavenly call you, Contessa? Heavenly might be a little bit out of order, but I don't think she's crazy. And I don't think that she would call you a name. So somebody get down in the comments and let me know, like, what did Heavenly call Contessa? What did she call her? I know she's not talking about when she called her Contessa. Contessa used to sell ice cream. And it was a play off of that, cones, ice cream cones. So, I don't know. I just feel like, Contessa, we all drag Scott. And I get it's different because it's like your friend and whatever, but why'd you tell us? Why'd you tell us? If you don't want nobody talking about your man a certain kind of way, don't tell us what he's out here doing. If you know it's not right. If you know he's not living right, then keep it to yourself. That's my advice to you, Contessa. Sweet Tea comes in the scene in a super matronly dress. I feel like this. All of you new girls, listen to me and hear me good. When you come on these shows and you know you don't really have a sense of style like that, pay one of the girls to pull a couple of pieces for you. Pull some looks. Pay one of the girls. Just so you have some things in your closet always on standby. Things that, things you can put together. Some sets where you can always look, put together. But then it becomes a question of taste because you might hire a stylist that, doesn't have great taste. But I encourage, Letitia and all of the new girls, go and invest in a stylist. Go and pay the girls a couple of dollars. In the next scene, we have Heavenly and her son who just graduated from UGA. Now, I don't know if this is the eldest son or what. Heavenly says later on in the scene, she's like, you know how you have that one child that's just different? Because in the scene, he's kind of clumsy in the office with her. So I didn't explain that. In her office, she's training him. He is a dentist in training. And, it was a cute scene. I think Heavenly did a good job in coaching him. And, but here's what I want to say about this scene. And I'm not trying to be shady or anything like that. But when I first saw him on screen, I said, oh. That oh means hello to one of my people. I see you. When I say one of my people, I mean one of the members of my community. When I say one of the members of my community, I mean LGBT, honey. I know my people. And that's all I'm going to say about that, okay? So, shout out to the girls. Listen, I'm just saying that my gaydar is pretty accurate. It's 95%. I am never wrong about these things. Yo, shout out to my braid out because it's really doing the thing. In the next scene, we have Dr. Jackie in her office with a pro basketball player who has fibroids. She's also wanting to have a child. Now listen, I done had enough of seeing Dr. Jackie in her office. She ain't got nothing else going on. Listen, after the comments that she made last year about not wanting to give black women the day off and talking about how they cry wolf and all that other kind of I don't need to see Dr. Jackie in her practice. I don't care because I don't believe it. Now, the scene with Cash Doll, I let it slide because it's Cash Doll, and you know it's a cameo appearance. It's somebody famous. Now, the NBA player, you know, I guess she's well known, but not necessarily famous. I don't want to see no more. I don't need to see it. Y'all can show Jackie interacting with the other women, or don't show her at all, or hear me out. She can get off the show. Do we feel like Dr. Jackie is needed? Because I don't. I personally don't. Next scenes, we have all of the ladies receiving invitations to this hoedown party that Phaedra, Contessa, and Letitia are throwing. So Heavenly is reading the invitation along with Alora, and she said, "Oh, dusty trails. Well, these are some dusty hoes that's throwing it." I thought that was funny. So it's Contessa versus Heavenly, Heavenly versus Letitia, Letitia versus Quad, and Quad versus Latoya. Simone says, rumor has it Quad is expecting an apology for Napa. She says that she doesn't owe her shit. Simone says that she's in a no-win situation with Quad. I feel like Simone is going about this the wrong way. I feel like she's going into it with an expectation that she's not going to win. It's not about winning. Either you want to build a relationship with her or not, and it doesn't seem like you do, and I just want you to be honest about that and be real about it. Like, what is the real issue? You agree that you owe her an apology, but not specifically about Napa, so you don't agree that the way y'all did her and iced her out was dead ass wrong? Simone is really wearing me thin, y'all. Simone is wearing me thin. Simone used to be one of my favorites. It was always Simone and Quad for me. It was always those two. My, how far we have come. In the next scene, we have Apollo coming over to pick up his kids while Phaedra goes on this glamping trip. So Apollo is saying that he ran into Toya and she was asking him questions about his marital affairs. And then we see a clip of Phaedra was asking Toya something about getting back together with I can't remember exactly what she asked, but it was super out of order. It was super intrusive. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? This is why I can never fully get behind Toya. Like, she just doesn't have any tact, any couth, any decorum. And she's a gorgeous woman. And so it's like, you want to go up for Toya, but you never can. You never ever can. She's just fucking ridiculous. In the next scene, we have Letitia and Gregory. Her sister is pregnant, her twin sister. And obviously that can't be a good feeling. Greg comes downstairs. They are having this conversation, and he reveals that he feels as though he only has a 2-year window for a baby. Nigga, if you only have a 2-year window for a baby, go and lay your old ass down. Go lay down somewhere. 2 years is tomorrow. 2 years from now, it might as well be tomorrow, the way these years are just going and flying by. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, girl, this is ridiculous. Why you want to be 70 years old when your child is 10? Why you want to be 80 when your child is 20? Why you want to be 90 when your child is 30? Anyway, when I first watched this, I didn't catch this. But in the second watch, I did realize that he said to her, you know, something about adoption. Good. Consider adoption. Consider fostering. If y'all want a child that bad, it shouldn't be up to whether or not she can actually physically give birth. But the other thing that's just so funny is that she jumped in his DMs with the promise of her womb. Oh, I can give you what you want, with the baby emoji. I just think that it's funny that that was the promise that she came in on. They're having all these struggles. I mean, not literally ha funny or anything like that, but yeah, interesting. I mean, listen, happy for Letitia that him being with her is not completely hinged upon whether or not she can physically have this child. And then we have a scene where all of the girls are packing for their trip and heading down to the airport. And that was the end of the episode. Now it looks like the preview for the next episode is really taking us somewhere. So we're just warming up. We're setting up the pieces of the chessboard like Spillet Boy TV said. You know, it's 3 episodes in, you know, ain't shit really going on. But all right, we just gonna wait for everybody to get together so that we can see some movement and some progress. But anyway, y'all, that was really the episode. That was it. It wasn't a whole lot going on. Go ahead and get down in the comments with me. Let me know how you felt about this episode. Hit the like button on your way out. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm posting. And I will see y'all for the next one. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's something about this girl, man. From around my way. Ever try to hold back your feelings?